Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? Hope you're alright. I'm just on my way out. Busy morning, busy. I saw a video yesterday by Eddie and I didn't get a chance to watch it. I saw the headline. Wilder's didn't want 50-50 or he wanted 50-50 or something, I don't know what the go. I don't know, there's that many Porkies being told by them all now, it's become a bit of a soap opera, hasn't it? And to be honest with you, I'm losing a little bit of interest in it. And that's tough for me to say, or hard for me to say, because you know, it's better, isn't it? That's hard for me to say because I love boxing, but it's become like Kelbrook Amir Khan, hasn't it, really? It's that's a bit of a mess, isn't it? That's what this has become, hasn't it? Bit of a mess. Bit of a, is anybody actually fighting anybody? You know what I mean? They're not, are they? White's not got a fight lined up, has he? Joshua hasn't. Fury hasn't, Wilder hasn't, the big four, they're not fighting anybody. Eddie Hearn's propaganda machine, his PR men, sporting icons, Hatman, Kugan Cassius, they keep throwing Jarrell Miller into mix, and Vladimir Klitschko's hovering about with his name in mix. You know, they keep doing that to fans and they're just abusing everybody, aren't they? All this hype. And then when it gets down to it, it'll probably be Dave Allen against Joshua. Only joking. Let's pull up here, sort this out. Oh, that's better, isn't it? I wonder why it's dark over there then. That dark. That's better. Yeah, it's an interesting time, isn't it, for heavyweight division, but is this era gonna go down as the era where fighters had no bottle? It's gone dark again now. I think lighting's gonna be the bane of my existence. Is it going to be down as the era where nobody had any bottle whatsoever? None of them. None. They just want to pile money up. I can understand that, but they're already millionaires, aren't they? Tyson Fury is, I know for a fact. Joshua is. Wilder is. Dillian White's now a millionaire in property and money. So what's holding them back? People keep talking about legacy. Legacy. They're fighting people like Lucas Brown. I want to see fights, that's what I want to see. Adam Smith keeps telling us it's the golden era. Adam Smith, the spin doctor, says it's the golden era for heavyweight boxing at the moment. Golden era. The golden era, let me tell you, was the 70s. The poor era was the 50s, poor, and the 80s. They were poor eras, 50s and 80s. I suppose the end at 60s wasn't that clever either, were it? But the 70s was the golden era. Now, this is not a golden era because you've got fighters who don't want to fight people. Anthony Joshua is known in the boxing industry. He's known in the boxing industry as a greedy man. He's a walking billboard with his 14 blue chip companies, and he's dictating what purse money fighters get if they want to fight him. Now when fighters are going to see him with all that money and all this hype, because that's what all it is, hype. When fighters see that, they're going to say, well, why should I fight you for 3 million when you're getting 30 million? It's hype. It's not right. The pie needs to be shared. It needs to be shared. And it's just not right. It's just not right, but you know, it's one of them things, isn't it? It's look at him here speeding in that. Jesus Christ.
Red West.
What do you hear? What do you say? How you doing?
What's happening, mate?
How are you doing?
Yeah, alright, man. It's Jason. How you doing?
How are you doing, Jason? I'm alright. You a hardcore fan, Jason?
I am proper hardcore.
Good man.
Mate, proper.
Right, I forgot to mention
I
this.
like everything you're doing as well, Porky.
Yeah, brilliant.
Swear, but to forget anything that says anywhere, mate, they're all idiots, bruv.
Yeah.
Ain't got a life, mate.
Right, listen, let me just do a little introduction. This is Jason, he's an hardcore fan, and this is the first bit of filming that I'm going to do on I'm going to put together. This is going to be about 2 hours, this video, over next couple of days, because I'm going to see Dale Nichols tomorrow, and it's going to be called Ask Porky, where you can ask questions to me. We're going to film it, and then NJ is going to put it together into like a 2-hour video for you, and you can see different questions being asked and whatnot. So fire away then, Jason. Where are you from?
I'm from London originally, but I live in the country now. I retired and early got out, man. I used to do music and just got out now, work from home, and
right.
in the middle of nowhere.
Right, alright then, so you stuck out in the sticks then, are you?
I was like you, I got on it too much and had to just stop everything and get out.
Yeah, it's
I myself in and done my money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah, I've been there, mate. I've made more comebacks than Frank Sinatra. So
you're a good one now anyway.
Yeah, I'm plodding on, plodding on. So but anyway, listen, go on and fire away then, Jason. What do you want to ask me?
So I wanted to talk quickly. First thing, I just want to know your opinion on how, like, there's a few, obviously the questions are a bit more Hearn and thing related, some of them, only because that's what's talking at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
But Hearn's take, and basically how he took the whole world of boxing basically for an idiot recently.
Yeah.
I just like, you know, with, sorry, one sec, my reception's going. Sorry, I wanted just basically how he's got away with more than his dad Barry.
Well, basically...
quickly, just because...
Yeah, go on, you don't have to rush yourself, go on, you've got plenty of time, go on, don't rush yourself.
So Barry done all his stuff with Chris Eubank and lied to us all, but I was sucked into all that because there was no box rec. There was nothing to know about all that stuff. Now Eddie is putting on pay-per-views with losing fighters. It is disgusting, and he's still getting away with it. It's worse than what his dad was getting away with it, because now you can see through the bullshit, but people are still eating it all up.
Yeah, what it is, but basically how he's done it really, he's very smart actually. Eddie's learnt off his dad, but he worked in the golfing industry when he was a teenager, and what he's done is he's cottoned onto social media now. Yeah. When you've got people like, he's got a platform with Coogan Cassius, hasn't he? Right, he's got a platform with them, and other people. He's big news in boxing, Eddie, and he knows it as well. So he has his favourites. Now, there's certain people in the boxing industry, like Jeff Powell, who tell it straight. Now, Jeff Powell's not his favourite. Lennox Lewis is not his favourite. He's only going to give airtime and bother with people who are going to tickle his backside with a feather duster. That's sporting icons. Hatman Strikes Back, Coogan Cassius,
them guys make me sick, you know.
Michelle Phelps, I can reel a list off all day. PSB Sports, all these people. Then you've got the Sky platform is humongous. You've got all them people.
Don't get me started on that Jake Wood podcast.
Yeah, Jake Wood, Spencer Oliver. You know, you've got Johnny Nelson and Adam Smith. Every time they do a press conference for any fight at Sky that Joshua's not involved in, as soon as the press conference starts, within 30 to 40 seconds, they say boxing's flying at the moment with Anthony Joshua. They can't help.
British boxing boxing, it's all about British, but you don't need to go anywhere else.
Yeah, but now they're going to America to fight Miller, they say.
Going to America after saying that they didn't want to go there for Wilder and that they had to bring it to the British fans, but now he wants to set himself over there against a 23-stone fat man who he can walk all over.
Well, let me tell you this, right? They said British boxing, as you've just said, Jason, is where it's at, and we don't need to go to America. So if that's where it's at, why don't they bring Miller over here then, and they'll really see what the fans think? So they're not going to do that, are they?
No, of course not. I'd like to see how many of their people are going to stay up at 5 in the morning to watch that.
They're not going to do, are they?
If it wasn't for Canelo's numbers on the zone, mate, they'd be crying anyway, because Joshua done 14,000.
Yeah, that's why they brought Canelo on. He came on to save the day. They've got a better deal than Eddie Hearn, Canelo's team. Oscar De La Hoya's got a better deal than Eddie Hearn, and I can assure.
On his parachute payments. That's not. It's £1 billion on a 10-year deal. People are like that. That's like saying, you know, oh, my job at Tesco is worth £500,000 over 60 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You'll get it, mate. You'll get it, Jason, don't you? You'll get it. Yeah. These casuals, you see, what it is, they don't get it, mate. When you've got 100 people. When you've got 100 people on social media running Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, and they're doing 10 accounts, that's 3,000 accounts daily. They're all on ticket deals. I know this because I was asked to be one. They're all on ticket deals, right? They're putting everything out that Eddie wants out there, and they're watering down anything that anybody else is doing. It's called fake news and brainwashing. Now, I've been saying this since 2014. I had Carl Froch text me in 2015 and he said, can you hear me? Carl Froch texted me in 2015, he said, have you and Eddie got beef? And I said, yeah. And he said, why? And I said, I just don't like what he's putting out there. So that's my opinion. And he was like,
entitled to report.
Hey?
And you're entitled to it.
Yeah, I'm entitled to it. I mean, at the end of the day, right, I pay my Sky subscription, pay me BT, pay me pay-per-views, because the streaming is all gone now, isn't it?
Even if you didn't, you're still a fan, mate.
I'm a mad fan, aren't I, at the end of the day? I love it.
Say whatever you want, mate, as long as it ain't racist.
Yeah, well,
say whatever you want.
What they're doing, Jason, right, they're brainwashing people. For instance, here's another little gimmick, and Eddie told one of my pals this. They have that cast from Towie, don't they? Right?
Yeah.
They all get comped to go to Eddie Hearn's shows. They're all comped, every single one of them. I know because I've been comped off him. Now, and I've spoke to some of that cast. Now, there's 32 people in the cast of Towie. I can guarantee you there will be 70 tickets for them lot with the partners, right? Now, they have got... Yeah, they have got 120 million viewers on across free internet accounts, you know, social media. Right. So when you've got all them millions of people, that is basically a county of Essex and surrounding counties. They are all on their social media accounts tweeting about Eddie Hearn's shows. They are doing his job for him. He's there on merit, but really it's by default. They're doing his job for him, but people I've worked with, and he's my close friend, Dennis Hobson, he don't get all that, Dennis. I've said to Dennis, what Dennis wanted, he's like, oh, I'm not interested in social media. He can't even tweet. He don't tweet. His account's got 6,000 followers, and Sarah might put a tweet out for him, or Michelle in office. Dennis doesn't tweet. He's all on to work a Nokia 702. He's no good. He's not a tech guy, mate. He's not a tech guy.
Social media,
yeah, he's not a tech guy, mate. But I swear to God, honestly, that's where boxing's heading at the moment. And Eddie Hearn's, he's carved a niche in the market. So we can't really blame him because he's making millions, isn't he? But
no, I don't. I just expect the normal. There's a lot of people that should be able to. I can't believe the people that can't see through it.
Yeah, but what they're doing, Jason, right? It's overkill, isn't it? Now it's overkill. There's too many fights gone too far. Takam, 37. Vladimir in his 42nd year. Povetkin in his 40th year. These fights are dressed up as 50-50s. We have Johnny Nelson saying that Takam's like Holyfield and George Foreman rolled into one. and that Parker's a very technical fighter and he's not beat a champion. He's a former champion who's not beat a champ. He got Fury's belt out of the bin, didn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say that about how Hearn, just to go into that a little bit.
Yeah, go on.
Just it's nice to see him squirm at the moment, saying how everyone, because of what's happened with Fury and Wilder, in my opinion, that fight has almost saved boxing.
Yeah, of course it has, mate.
To put Hearn on the back foot and to see him squirming around like a worm. Everybody's scared of AJ. Well, everyone's scared of AJ, and AJ's a true champ. Yeah, forgetting to tell you, he got his belts off the worst champ in history. They're all second hand.
Yeah, basically.
Even when he fought Vladimir had just lost, and the belt, they took from the Ortiz. The Ortiz should have been lined up for it. The WBA.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're exactly right.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting what's going on, but what he's done is took this DAZN on because they gave him a flat fee of a few $1 million just to go with them. So that's free money to them, and I can assure you how that contract will have been worded is, if it don't work out, we keep our signing on fee, to deal with DAZN. They haven't got an exclusive deal with them. They made out they had, but they have not. Right, DAZN. It's not like the Sky deal. It's not like the Sky deal. No. And listen, they didn't have an exclusive deal with Sky deal because all the other promoters were all offered shows, but they all pulled out. So Frank Warren pulled out, and he took Atten, and they were all going to group together, weren't they? The rest of them, but it all fell apart. So it all fell in the lap. But you never know. Box Nation could have took off, but it didn't really take off, did it?
Boxing's in trouble when you really hoping Frank Warren wins.
Yeah, hey, listen, mate. Frank's.
I mean, because he's a shark as well, but at the moment he's the best of two evils, man.
Frank's. You know what, right? I'm not going to say who said this to me, but when I was learning, I'm not going to say. But let me tell you this: he said that he could survive. My pal said he could survive a nuclear blast. He could, because Frank Warren's the comeback kid. But let me tell you this, Jason. Right? Frank Warren has pulled a masterstroke, putting Wilder in with Fury because he knew that people are fickle. They build you up and knock you down. Now Joshua, they're having people off, aren't they? You've got StubHub. Yeah. What's all that about? 500 tickets a day going on their website. Pay-per-view, £3 increase.
Did you hear what how Warren put him in his place about the StubHub things, about how there was a few tickets going on there, but how that Hearn kept loading them up and selling out the events? Did you hear all that?
Yeah, I heard it, mate. Yeah, I heard it.
It was quite interesting, man. It cleared him of what was going on with StubHub, and he put Hearn right back in the spotlight. It was great.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And the thing is, you see, with Frank, he's a fighter, isn't he? He knows the game, doesn't he? He's not just gonna let this ride what's going on at the moment. He's gonna fight all the way. And do you know what? If Yarday comes on and decides to grow a pair and fight someone, he could do some damage to him because he's got the equaliser, hasn't he? They're going to keep.
Yeah, and he's signed to JD Sports. He's got that that look. They like him, so he's
Well, what a lot of people don't know is that Frank Smith, the one with the spots, because I've got a mate called Frank Smith from Bury. Frank Smith, the one with the spots.
Or Eddie Owens T-Boy.
Eddie Owens T-Boy. Frank Smith, the one with the spots, right? He's been doing his best to tap up Yarday and Chris Eubank Jr. since Christmas. Yeah. Well, obviously he's with Eubank's sister, isn't he? So, and Eubank will go with anybody where they'll go where money is.
I think he's going to go. He's with Heyman, ITV.
Yeah. But Frank Smith were doing his best to get Eubank, and he's doing his best to get Yarday. They keep saying nice things about him. I've heard they've bumped into Yarday's mates and blah de blah. Little things like that go on all the time in the boxing industry. But that tells you that they're in trouble, cause who have they really got? Gabe Rosado on a DAZN show. The scraping barrel one they're having to put him on, aren't they?
Did you see Tony Conquest that they're Italian?
Tony Conquest? What's all that about? He's been shot to bits 7-8 years.
Yeah, go on anyway. Oh, it just made me laugh. That's the rubbish he's serving up.
Do you know what I mean, mate? It's not good, is it?
Funny, man. Nah. Alright, I'll flip it on you now.
Go on then.
What about Billy Joe? Where does he go?
Billy Joe.
All the big fights, and I hate to say this, they're at his own.
I'm not so sure if Billy Joe.
Jacobs.
Yeah. Well, didn't Billy Joe fight Andrade in amateurs and lose? I'm not sure. Somebody told me the other day that might need to be checked up by everybody. I'm not sure if that's true, but somebody told me the other day that he fought him in amateurs and he lost. Now him against Andrade is
quickly, Porky.
Yeah.
One thing, I reckon that would have come out. You know.
Do you want me to ring you back?
No, I'm fine. I just mean, I reckon that would have come out if he would have fought him.
Yeah, maybe this kid who told me that's got it wrong. But I think he's got to fight Andrade, and if he does fight him, he's got to accept that he's only going to get 25%. That's how it goes, isn't it? He's in a tight spot, Bill, isn't he, really?
But even if he, what I mean is, even if I think he beats Andrade all day long. To me, he's a masterful boxer, like you say. To me, he's one of my favourites. He's a little tight sometimes, but he's amazing. But where does he go then? All the big fights are with Eddie.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right.
All of them are at the zone, unless Frank lets him go and fight on the zone. But then he's losing one of his best fighters on BT. Who could, what's he gonna have? Canelo and Thingy on the zone and lose it for BT.
Yeah.
Where does Billy go? All the big fighters are at the zone. He's shafted.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. You're exactly right, and I feel that. I don't think they're going to give him the Canelo fight. They're going to freeze Billy Joe out until he gets frustrated with Frank Warren and then wants to go to Eddie Hearn. That's what they're going to do. And I put a video out weeks ago saying, will Billy Joe Saunders go to wait with Eddie Hearn?
I saw it.
And if he does, Jason, it wouldn't surprise me. And it wouldn't surprise me if Tyson would, because they're all talking together. Listen, boxing is a business, and it's the only sport. Money talk. It's the only sport where people can fall out with everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Who would have thought, and I'm an old school fan like you, who would have thought Tyson would have left Tennessee? I'd never thought that.
I would have never thought that.
I'm not going to go into talk about that, but I never thought he would have left for whatever reason, because the way him and Billy talk about all that gypsy code and staying with the thing, so that's what I assume that. Obviously there's reasons, but that's what I assume anyway. Another thing here.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Go on, Paul. Go on, mate, please.
Yeah, I know, you were right. I was very surprised that Tyson left me Hennessy, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes that I can't talk about. But I wish Tyson Fury all the best. People have called me a Tyson Fury hater of late. Now, I'm not an hater of Tyson Fury, I know him well. But the thing is, people keep going on about how much weight he's lost, and that's fantastic, but he's 4 years without a decent win. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His trainer, the Saints, best thing since sliced bread. The kid's obviously an expert in weight loss and fitness. Yeah. But at end of the day, right, this is how I look at it. He trained Billy Joe for one fight, Ben Davidson. They never worked again. Right. What belt has Ben Davidson won? And Tyson Fury got dropped twice against Wilder. Now, Ben Davidson's a young trainer. He might have a fantastic career ahead of him. But so far, the proof is in the pudding. I'm a stats man. Look at the stats. I know a lot of people are going to give me loads of hate for saying this, but look at the stats. The kid might be a fantastic kid. They might gel. But what can he teach Tyson at this stage of game anyway, coming up to 31-year-old? Been boxing 20 years.
Answer that quickly, Porky.
Yeah, go on,
The truth is, I watched that fight over. I'm a massive Tyson fan, and I studied compared to the other fight, and he doesn't listen properly to Ben, because Ben was telling him not to go out and do all that mad shit at that time in the fight. He told him not to do it. So you're right, he hasn't proved nothing, but he told Tyson, if that was Peter or someone telling him don't do that, he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, he never went for it, did he?
And tried to go for it. He went for it, but he was being told not to go for it. So what does that mean? If your trainer's telling you not to go for it and you go for it and then go, that means you don't listen to your trainer, so the respect ain't there.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. You know what? When somebody tells you something in a corner, right? This in the second fight, he comeback fight, Pianetta. He said, "Don't go for the knockout." But if he'd have got the knockout, they would have said, "Well done, you got it." But because he didn't knock him out, they're saying, well, we told him not to go for it. So a lot of that's kidology, because there's a lot of kidology going on in them corners with cameras and microphone there. So I don't buy into too much like that. No boxer on this planet wants to go 10 rounds if he can get somebody out. It just don't happen like that. You do your learning in sparring.
Not after you've done an 8-week camp, you just want to go.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. But anything else you want to ask?
Yeah, just to cut quickly, I know he's your mate, and I like him when I see him in interviews, and I know that Eddie has taken liberties with him, with the Ortiz fight. But Dave's taking liberties as well with
Dave Allen.
training and yeah, he's taking the game for a joke, bruv.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
David don't like training, David. Yeah. He don't like training, mate.
Well, then fucking find another job, mate.
He don't like training.
He's taking money out of other people's mouths who train well hard, bruv. It's not fair on the boxing game. Just because people think he's a bit of a thing. Then it's like WF. I can sell a few tickets, get him on a pay-per-view. He don't train. People like him.
I had a text off him the other day. I had a text off David the other day, and he said he'd gone back in camp and he were aching. So let's hope he sticks to ticks. He's a tough kid, Dave.
God bless him. I hope so.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't think they're going to give him another chance. I don't think they're going to give David another chance if it ends up like last time. I don't think they will, because they'll think that they're going to have a corpse on their hands, won't they?
Yeah.
It's the most unforgiving sport. It's an unforgiving sport, Jason, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And it's like you don't see the repercussions till years later with boxing.
Yeah.
Right, and then 3 years later, you're fucking walking a bit to the side and punch drunk and all that.
It's like Carl Frotch says to me the other week, how many world champions have I beat? I said, well, I only told you 2 weeks ago. You don't know if it's catching up on him or punishment they've took. But, because I've noticed a couple of things. Yeah, go on, mate, no probs.
Go on, just last thing. Just about, and I know this will never get out, but just about how, fucking what an unfair... excuse my language nearly. But what an unfair sport boxing is, like how you can how you can have the ring gloves, the padding, the dehydration clauses, the dressing room against you, the ring size, the padding under the ring.
Yeah, under the canvas.
Yeah, it's like, so, the best guy doesn't always win. People pass their prime, cherry-picking fighters, people picking up vacant belts and then being sold as world champions because they can sell tickets or they're the face of something, which means that sometimes the best fighters, Inoue, Ragondao, people like that, they never get the recognition or where they should get when they're miles times better than people, and that just makes me sick.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, mate.
As a real fan of real boxing, that makes me sick.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, mate. You mean like Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward, who don't fight abroad and they want everything stacked in their favour, refs, judges, ring size, everything. Is that what you mean? Well, it's been going on like that for years, isn't it? If you want to beat them, you've got to knock them out, because they're the golden boys, aren't they? One's a gold medalist, one does big numbers, so that's what you're up against, and I see where you're coming from with that.
Do you think Mayweather was juicing? That's why he wouldn't fight anywhere else. I don't know.
Yeah, I do believe that. I do believe that. There's been rumours around for years.
He used to get them. I know someone in boxing. They told me he used to get IVs and flush the stuff out of his system.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me, but obviously we've got no proof. But nothing surprises me in boxing. It's like, for instance, not one matchroom fighter's failed a drug test in 32 a year, so they're either geniuses and they've got great nutrition, guys, or, well, we know other, don't we? So
yeah, and that actually brings on last thing quickly, just with that substance that Billy was caught for. It's really funny that you can use that in this country. So how many fighters are just using that nasal spray all the time?
I don't know. I've been using it ever since.
Nasal spray does make you lose the thing and get you like faster and all that, or that oxyfrillone. I've looked it up. Because I've been training and I wanted to so just the, just the ins and outs of different stuff. And Canelo has obviously been juicing for years.
Yeah.
Like the size of him.
You're right, mate.
Trying to gain that muscle in the gym with protein is impossible. But not like that. I've been training for years.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're probably right, and that's what it's a sad part of boxing, isn't it? Right, battery's gonna go, Jason.
That's it, go on.
Listen, you take care, and I'll speak to you again. Cheers, kid.
Porky.
Bye-bye.
Go on, brother. Wicked, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Nice one, brother. See you later. Bye.
Right. Right, battery's just going to go now. It's flashing. Shout out to K Official and Justin at the Tea Leaf Company. Peace out. I'm now at Mercedes to get me trim for my car.